Looks like Stein might be done with the salt in the water trough now. See if I can get him to turn and look at me. Good boy. Do you want hay now? Good boy. All right, so it looks like he might be willing to work now. He just spent the last 5 minutes going back and forth between the water trough and the salt block. Almost like he had never experienced the salt block before. Neck. That's your nose. I want your neck. Yeah, I want your neck. Neck. So we're really building his comfort with me being by his side right now. That's not your neck. No. Neck. Deet. He did it. He did it on his own. There you go. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Neck. Deet. Boy, that was a really good one. Yes, it was. That was a really good one. I'm going to release pressure. He seemed to understand with that one what I was asking him to do. So when I first start this, I'm helping them by touching their neck or luring them with the hay to come and step over to the side. But then eventually I wait for them to figure it out and pay them as soon as they do it. I'm always having them touch the brush side. I don't want them to, be poked or anything. So it's always the brush side. Again, we're getting comfortable with us being on the side. Neck, I'm holding it a few inches from him. Deet, hopefully you guys were able to see that. He took steps to come and meet the brush. That is super good. I'm going to release that pressure again. Did you see how he looked at me? I'm making him curious. He likes to play the game. And he's coming towards me. That's more of a cue that he's curious. Nose, we'll see how much, if he'll walk forward to get this. Nose. Deet. You're starting to get the game, aren't you? That's super. That is super. He just let out a big breath. I'm going to do it again. Try to get him in position so you guys can see him better. Nose. If he's not getting it, I can move it closer to help him. Deet. He's like, oh, I know. When she says that, I get pay. I'm going to try to get in position. Hopefully he doesn't move too much. So that way you guys can see in the camera. Neck. Deet. So you guys see how he walked and then he found it. That's really good, Stein. Now yesterday, I started on target training Frank's, his butt and his legs on just one side. And we'll see if we can get to that spot with Stein today. I want to brush him and he is just being silly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. I'm going to ignore that he's moving right now until we can get more comfortable with all this touch. I'll put up my hand to help block him, but he says my hand being up is a little bit scary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. I'm going to ignore that moving. The simple little changes that you make, like putting up your hand, remember they were wild. All of this stuff really is scary to them at first. He's like, oh no, her hand is up. What does that mean? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. Pretty soon, I will start saying whoops when he moves and we'll start over. I haven't quite decided when what that time should be for him. Because I think we're still just gaining confidence right now. He's got to walk away if he's a little bit stressed and he's got to walk away. That's fine. We'll let him have a second. I wasn't doing anything when he walked away, so I'm not going to like send him. But he wants to come back and be with me. That's good. That's what I want. Isn't it, Stein? That's what I want. Yeah, your head is pretty nice and low. I like that. I do. Yes. Are you ready? 5, 4. You like to block me. 3, 2, 1. Deet. Here. Good boy. I might with him even try just letting him eat while I'm brushing him. Maybe we'll try that one next and see if it keeps him stationary. He's smelling me and investigating me. That's him being curious. His head is low right now, and that's why I'm choosing to stand next to him. I think he can handle that. Can you handle that right now, Stein? Huh? Do you have a fly on you? One day we'll be ready to put fly spray on, but it's not today. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Coming back towards me, so he's still open to training. He's still curious. Are you still curious? Can I brush you while you're eating? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Should I give you another bite? Even though you have a mouthful? Oh, look at all that hay in your mouth. I'm going to try brushing him while his leg while he's eating here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. So the reason I stayed up high was he was starting to shift his weight. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Are you ready for another bite? You still have a mouthful, but you want that, don't you? His mouth is all slobbery right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. I'm going to go way wide over here. The hair. Okay, so you see how far away I am? That's his bubble. He says, you can stand beside me when you're that far away. When you're that far away. We're gonna work on shrinking your bubble. Yeah. We're the anti-bubble police. The anti-bubble police. Yeah, I'm gonna get way out of his bubble. I'm trying to. There. Oh, well, that didn't work very well, Stein. Okay, let me try to go out of his bubble over here. 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. I think I might start doing the whoops, trying to keep him still. Now, that might mean that I have to get further out of his bubble in order to keep him comfortable to be able to be a yes horse. So I'm going to try to go out of his bubble again. I'm going to block him. Now he's already moving. Oh, you're just fine. Oh, should I scratch your neck here? Oh, does that feel good? Ooh, a little mane scratching. How is that? How is that? Huh? How is that? Little back scratch. I released before he moved. I'm going to try to block him. You're kind of funny. Five, four, three, two, one. Deet. I'm going to give him a big release, guys, because I kept blocking him till I was able to get beside him, and he did not move his feet. So that was a harder question for him. And if we think of this as always making yes horses, yes donkeys, we got to set them up for success. And when they do answer the question that's a little hard for them with a yes, a bigger release is going to be in order. You see how he followed me? He's still kind of taking another step towards me. His head is low. All of the signs say I've not overly stressed him right now. You want more? You want more? All right, so I'm going to try to go way out of your bubble. Way. Yeah, you're okay though. Whoop, whoops, whoops. Okay, I'm going to go further out of his bubble. 5. Whoops, whoops. Okay, so he's not going to get paid till I can start over. 5. Whoops, whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Okay, so now I'm going to pay him. Did I stress you a little bit? And then I'm going to give him a big release again, guys. Because now I've changed the question. The question isn't, can I touch you? I changed the question to, will you stand still while I touch you? And he hesitated before he took the hay. That's a sign that he was feeling stressed over what I was asking. He's taking steps towards me. So even though it was a little bit stressful, he still wants to be with me. Okay, so I'm going to go way out of his bubble. Way out of his bubble. You see his head went up. Whoops, whoops. 5. Whoops, whoops. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. I'm going to ignore that little shift. And I'm going to give him a big release. You ready? I'm going to try to go real wide of his bubble. We know his bubble is pretty big. I'm going to be very calm while I'm moving. I'm backed by his withers, although I'm far away. 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. That was very good. Again, he didn't move his feet. So even though moving his feet before, I didn't mind it, at some point, moving his feet could just be a learned response. And that's why I decided to change what I was doing. I didn't want to teach him that he's going to get pay even though he moves his feet. So that's where we have to change the question as we're going and not just stay at the same spot. Sometimes the question has to get harder, and sometimes it might take him a little bit longer to get there. Are you ready? So I'm way out of his bubble. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. And he chose to stand still again, which is great. And my long stick is about 3 feet. So if you take my arm plus this, maybe I'm about 5 feet from him. Now, as he gets comfortable with this and his head stays low, I can start inching my way up this long stick till my hand is here, and then I just start petting him everywhere. Now, could I sneak a pet right now? Yeah, I mean, he lets me pet him. Hi, you. Hi, you're a good boy. So I can pet him, and I can pet him on his neck, or at least I could before. Good boy. And I've petted him back to his shoulder. But I want to make sure that I'm building trust, and he's going to tell me when he's comfortable for a little more. So I want to keep just building on that. So I'm going to go way wide of his bubble to not cause alarm. He stood still. Whoops. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Again, he was just squaring up, so I'm going to ignore that part. Here you go. So we're working slow, inch by inch, to get further back by him, keeping ourselves safe from getting kicked. Now, he's not kicked out or anything, but we're always going to keep ourselves safe. Don't forget that he was wild. And he's had less than 3 weeks of training so far. Are you ready? And go way wide of his bubble. His head went high. That's nerves. Whoops. Whoops. We got to stand still, buddy. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. That was good. That was good, Stein. You see his head is still high, so the question I'm asking is a little bit stressful for him. But he said that wasn't so bad. I'm still curious about hanging out with you. Good boy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. Good boy. Nice job. Now, everything that we do on one side, we have to do on the other. Right now, I'm okay with getting this side good and then working over to the other one. Are you ready? Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to go way wide of your bubble. That's right. Whoops. Whoops. 5. Whoops. We're just going to start over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Good job. You guys see how he's finding it? He's finding the ability to stand still because I've changed the question. They're smart. They're learning on accident or on purpose. So by me demanding more, he's able to offer more. We have to be brave enough to ask the question and keep ourselves safe at the same time. So his head is pretty low. Big old breath. That's good. He's letting out stress. We don't want him to hold that stress. Taking steps towards me. I'm going to go very wide of his bubble again. Just keeping my body language really calm. You ready? Whoops. 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 You got to work for it. You don't get the hay yet. You have to work for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. That was good, Stein. Here you go. You ready? Now his head is low. Watch how his head changes once I get over in position. It's already rising. Okay, so he's already like, whoa, I don't know. Should I be afraid? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. That was excellent. Now, we want to help them feel good every moment that we're doing stuff with them. They're learning whether we're trying to teach them or not. And we got to remember to try to quit on a good note so that they still want more. So we've already been working for 22 minutes. And he still seems willing and able to be participating. So I think I'm just going to do this until my hay in my hand is gone. And then we're going to switch over to Frank. Are you ready? Okay, so I'm trying to go wide of his bubble. Whoops! Whoops! So you guys see how I didn't walk over there this time and then he's more movie. I didn't go wide of him this time. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Good job. We'll see if I can stay here this time, if that's okay with him. I'm not going to look at him. Just going to hang out close to him here. And we'll see if he's going to be okay with this. Just waiting for him to get done chewing. Using the hay is a nice way for me to make sure I slow down and I don't go too fast. That's something I'm guilty of. Whoops. Whoops. 5, 4, 3. Whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. That was good. There he was kind of moving. He moved after I said deet, so I'm going to ignore that. And it's almost like he was just trying to get in position to start eating hay. Sometimes we don't know what they can offer until we demand more. And me asking him to stand still is demanding more right now. Isn't it, Stein? And you're handling it pretty well. I'm pleased. Yeah. All right, so this will be the last one, guys. Now, if this one doesn't go well, then I would totally do another one. Help him end on a good note. Are you ready? Whoops. 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 I'm going to get wider, right? Whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. Very nice job, Stein. So that's a great spot to quit on, guys. He still stood when we demanded more. He was able to offer it. Thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it when you guys hit the like and subscribe button. And you guys have an awesome day. We're going to go on to Stein and Doc.
right, we got Doc and a little chute going into the small training pen.
This was really hard to do yesterday. Looks like it's still going to be hard to do. Come on. I gotta get you to disengage your hiney. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Here. Okay, so this leading practice. Switch sides, I'm gonna do it from both sides. Probably should have set it up now because next time you target training. Unless you want to hold it the whole time.
I can hold it.
Foot. Feet. Neck. Feet. Foot. So close. Feet. Foot. Feet. That was a good one. Walk. You don't know this. Walk. Walk. Alright. Foot.
Oh, you missed it.
Foot. It's the wrong direction. Foot. You hit it on accident.
I'm gonna hold the rope while you're doing it.
Sure. Foot. Deep. Foot. Deep. His head just whip around when I say the word.
Mm-hmm.
What? Deep. Ooh, this one he's starting to get really good. But I take it back. But deep. Yeah, I think that was me not paying attention.
No, I think on camera will show he actually moved over a hair.
All right, let's try
He
it
seems
again.
pretty distractible right now.
But
Well, you're in class, kid.
deep. That one he moved. Good job. Now he's comfortable enough. I'm not doing all this with a halter before I put it on him. But whoops. But deep.
Did he give it to you?
Like he shifted his weight and I took advantage of that. But deep, he shifted his weight again. Like I would say that's pretty close to doing it.
Okay.
Now, I haven't, like brought in a regular brush, but he's so calm. So you could use your long brush and really start focusing on brushing the legs. Deep. And then reward it every time he stands still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Him putting his head the other direction is a sign that he's getting uncomfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Now watch his head this time and see. I'll wait till he tilts back towards me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. I guess that time it was okay. And then with this brush, you'll move in closer little by little. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. The same for back here. I've never done this before. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. So he's pretty cool with it.
He was facing your way the whole time.
That's kind of the purpose of this long brush. So you can inch your way in. You want to smell my brush, huh? No, you need to do that. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoops! Whoops!
It seems like in these donkeys, they're more comfortable with their front legs and their back legs than their front legs.
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. So that time I stayed high until the last, till the deep, to help him be comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. And donkeys are super heavy on their front. So that's probably why. Like they're more heavy on their front than a horse. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. He moved, but it was after I said deep.
I think he was turning so you could get to the
4, 3, 2,
goodies.
1. Deep. Probably. How long have we been videoing now?
9.
9 minutes. So maybe I should start doing, with him, I wanted to start doing the whole hair in the front and working on that.
Different video?
Huh?
Want to do a different video? No?
Nope, this will be it because we'll do his 15 minutes. So once we got 15
Okay.
minutes,
You bet.
Okay, so I'm gonna let him know over here what I want, and he doesn't know this yet, so I'm gonna walk forward. There, good.
So it begins.
Okay. my shoulder by his head, my arm straight out, and I'm going to bring this flag up here. There.
I guess Honk's frustrated. She's headbutting the panel.
See, he has a parrot lip right now, so he's a little stressed over this. I'm rubbing his nose because he keeps coming into my space. You know, you don't have to come into my space. I'll come into yours. Okay? Yeah. You don't have to come into mine. Okay, so he's kind of even right now. So we're going to go this way again. My head by his shoulder. Stay out of my space. My head, my shoulder by his head. Good job.
Hey, that was good.
So he took an extra step. And you'll have to say that because the video camera won't hear what I'm saying at all.
Okay.
So he took an extra step, but that'll get better as he gets better.
Yeah, he did. He's heading in the right direction. He took an extra step.
But that'll get better when he gets better balance.
Yeah, it'll get better when he gets better balance.
Good boy.
Wow.
Good job. That was good. Yeah. A little bit of a parrot lip there.
Mm-hmm.
My hand is telling him where to go.
And she's leading him, giving him a good deal with her hand.
Stay out of my space. Good boy. That's a very good boy. Yeah. That's a good boy. This foot is forward, so that's why we're going this direction.
Okay, she's gonna go to the front right. His right foot's forward. Wow.
This is our first day doing this.
This is Doc's first ever day doing this.
You did a good job. Hold me. That was kind of a poor one, Doc. Yeah, that was a poor one. Let's try it again. Good boy.
time.
Great. All right, that's the end of his session. You'll have to do the talking because they won't hear me.
All right, that's the end of the session. If you enjoyed this, do us a favor, hit like and subscribe. See you in the next video. See you, Doc.
Tell me when.
Okay, Doc's leaving class. You got to go through the scary gauntlet here. It was not fun to this yesterday, but today he did that like he'd done it 100 times. Yeah, I'm gonna have ourselves an uprising if we don't start flinging hay here pretty soon. I'm not so brave that Mom's watching. I know you want to sniff these again. I know you do. Come on, you can do it. It's funny he suddenly gets attacked by flies when you get in his bubble. You still got a bubble gum clip. Here, bud. Rolling. No, what are you doing? Throwing it into the wind. I'm out of here. I don't like your methods. Neither does Stein. He said, what are you doing, crazy woman? Why would you throw the poop into the wind?
Whoops.
We'll put a flag in here so you can tell the wind direction. Rule of thumb, if MaryJo's flinging poop, don't keep your mouth open.
Hey guys, welcome back to Training Wild Burros. We're working with Stein. Nose. Nose. You're kind of funny. We'll count that. Deet. You're kind of showing some silliness there. Do you want the hay? Not wanting the hay, so I'm just going to release the pressure. I forget which session this is, so I'll make sure I post it. He's getting more comfortable with me being around him and on all sides of him. Yesterday, I started to ask for more. Nose. Deet. And when I started to ask for more, the situation was I'm trying to get on the side of him, and he's uncomfortable with that. And I was rewarding him just because I was able to be over there and brushing his body, counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. And I decided to ask more by anytime he moved, I would say whoops, and we would start over. And he was able to rise to that. I was very excited. I'm going to brush you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. You want it? So my goal is to keep working further beside him. So I can get all the way around him and have him be comfortable and confident. You ready? So in order to do this, to help him be successful and be a yes horse, I need to make sure I'm out of his bubble. You see he raised his head. He's already nervous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. I said deep before he moved, so we're counting that. Because he doesn't want the hay, I'm just going to keep releasing the pressure by walking away. When his head is lower and he's calmer about it, then I'll stand closer to him. Now his head is back low again. He's coming towards me. That's curiosity. We're creating curiosity by not being the predator that he thinks that we are. You ready? I'm going to brush you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. So you can count really fast to help him be successful. Again, we don't want to ask any questions we don't think he can say yes to. So I could count all long and drawn out, 5, 4, but he wouldn't be able to say yes to that yet. So right now I'm going to go fast. If he moves, I'm going to say whoops, and we're going to start over. Are you ready? I'm going to stay out of his bubble. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Now, it wasn't long ago that I wasn't even able to stand there. That was just too much for him. Now, you guys know that we brought home 3. We brought home 1 donkey and then 2 Mustangs. And their names are Dr. Frankenstein. So Frank, most of his stuff is on, I have a second channel. And Frank's stuff is on that other channel. It's called Big Ass Farm. I'm going to brush you. 5, 4, 3, 2, whoops, whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. So if you guys want to see Frank's progress, I'll have a link in the description for you guys to check that out. Do you want Hank? Not so much, huh? Okay. So each time I'm going to try to give them, I don't really count it out, but we want their breaks to be 10 to 30 seconds right now for what we're doing. So I'll give them a little bit of a break and then we'll go ask again. Are you ready? He's still leaning towards me a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. We're just helping him be comfortable. No hay, no problem. So Frank, all 3 of them that we brought home are one year old. I'm gonna brush you. And Frank is pretty chill, more dominant. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. And he's getting ready to prepare to wear a halter to be introduced to it. Stein is not there yet, but he's not too far behind. And then on Doc, we are working on leading. We're looking and chewing behind me now. We're working on leading. We're target training with his feet, his butt, neck, and nose. And pretty soon he's going to be ready to start using just a regular old brush on him. And my son, I'm going to brush you. My son has been trying to teach him a trick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. So later on, I'll have to get that on video so you guys can see what he's been doing. My son is not so into riding, Thomas, but he's been running around with Doc because Doc is already with the rest of the animals in the dry lot. So he'll run and get Doc to trot with him. Stein's looking and chewing again. He's keeping his head low. So that'll be pretty fun. Well, it'll be fun to see what Thomas is able to teach him to do as far as a trick. Are you ready? His head went up. He says, I'm a little nervous. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Do you want hay this time? No, not so much. Now his head is staying up. It'd be good to see his head start to come down some. There, it's starting to come down. Now, as he's able to tolerate this without keeping his head high or moving away, then I'll be able to start inching my way down the brush so that I'm standing closer and closer. But because I want him to be a yes horse, I am going to wait till he gives me cues and he tells me that he's ready. I'm going to brush you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep. Over his butt a little bit. I'm really excited, guys, about the progress that he's making. Stein was just so nervous when he got here, and so he wasn't able to think. He wasn't able to think things through just because he was so nervous. So for him to be coming this far, is just super. I just love how much trust they're willing to give. Are you ready? Whoops. Whoops. I'm going to brush you. Whoops. You're silly. I'm going to brush you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deet. He's like, whoa, what were you doing over there? And he says, oh, I'm a little nervous. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let that be. He's just walking off some steam, and that's okay. I'm even going to release more pressure by walking away from him and saying, hey, I see that you're nervous. I have created curiosity by doing that because he's looking at me. Maybe we'll start working on his other side. Taking a step towards me. It's all good signs. His head is low. Do you remember neck? Whoops. Whoops. Brushing his neck. I'm going to release that pressure. Now, guys, you probably maybe noticed that I stepped back there. That wasn't my intention. I just want to keep myself safe. But our goal is not to be stepping back from them. I'm going to try to get out of his bubble. But he says his bubble is very big right now. Oh, you're okay. Yeah. I'm just going to try to walk around him over here and see if I can't get out of his bubble this way. Neck. Deep. I've done most of this bubble work on his other side, I think. At least that's what he's telling me. Just going to brush him. And then I'm going to go out of his bubble, but I'm going to stay over here so I can try to do neck again. Neck. Deep. I'm going to walk away from him. Yeah, I think I have done all of this on his left side so far. Right? You want me to scratch you? Still trying to get outside of your bubble over here. And you keep moving. Do you have a big bubble today? Neck. Deep. Okay, so I do think that this is the first time I've been going into his bubble on his right side when I think about this. So, and that just explains it. I've worked with him on his other side, getting further back. So he's still nervous over here. I'm going to try to block him here. And really that's not working very well. Get out of his bubble, stand far back, get out of his bubble. That doesn't work. I'm keeping the same question. Neck, you're moving so fast. You are not comfortable with this. I might have to slow down for this, huh? Might have to slow down for this. Neck, deep. Do you want hay for that? No, you don't want hay. That one was really good, so I'm going to give him a longer break because that was a hard question for him. All right, we'll see if I can go over here again. And he says, boy, my bubble's really big, so I'm going to go way out of his bubble. Try to face the same direction as him. Neck. Whoops. Deep. Okay, we're going to try again. I counted to 30 in my head. Trying to stay out of his bubble so I'm not causing extra anxiety. I'm just going to try to stand here for a second. Yeah, out of his bubble. That's good. Okay, guys, so this here, he's standing there and not moving. I'm going to move before he does. My goal is to create curiosity, that it's not so scary for me to be over there. His head's coming down even more now. So anytime we're asking a question that they can't say yes to, we can break the question down smaller and smaller. So if my first question is, can you stand still while I stand over here by you? And he says yes, I'm going to move before he does. And as he ignores that, he doesn't really care about that, then I can increase the question. Licking and chewing. Okay, we're going to try again. So now his bubble is like, I don't know, 6 feet, 7 feet. Whoops! Whoops! Deet. I'm going to move. Saying deet helps him know he got the answer correct. Not because he knows it automatically, but because we've taught them that. So when we say deet and then we give him a reward, I like to pay him with hay, but right now he's not been up for that. So then the only other way I can pay him right now, at least that I know of, is to walk away and give him a release. Licking and chewing means, boy, maybe I'm starting to understand what she's asking. I'm going to try again. Deet. So I guess from here to increase this in baby steps, I could do a countdown where I could count 5, 4 while I'm standing there. And if he can tolerate that, me standing there for longer, then we can incorporate more. So I think that's what I'm going to try. His head is nice and low. I like that. Whoops. That's good. We'll get you in position for the camera here, won't we? Whoops. Big giant breath he just let out. So this is a hard question for him. Whoops. Whoops. All right. Whoops. Okay, so there I was just trying to get him to turn and face me by getting in front of his drive line. And I sent him a little bit. He's not one that I would want to send very much right now. We're not in a round pen, and I don't want him to, get too high in his elevation. Whoops. So now I'm going to send him a little bit. Change directions. Good. See, he didn't like changing directions with this side. There, good boy. Okay, now I'm going to try to go in front of him. Okay, we'll see if he'll let me go onto his right side. Change directions. Be easier with a flag. Nope. Okay, so there, he's licking and chewing. What I was doing there was just trying to get him to move his feet to help him see that I'm the leader, to establish that leadership, and then going in front of his drive line to get him to look at me, and then releasing all of that pressure. Now, I don't want him to go into a frenzy or do circles mindlessly, but just a little bit of changing directions. Big old breath. More licking and chewing. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can't get over there. He's done licking and chewing. His head is low. Try to find a spot where he can be a yes horse. So I'm still in front of him, but now I'm just in his right eye, and he can be a yes horse here. We'll see in a second if I can take a step back. There, that's good. His eyes are very heavy, guys. There we go. So because he's turning, I just want to send him again. Get a little bit more in his right eye so he can see me over here. You're looking and chewing again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try to step back here again. Okay, so I'm going to send him again. And he always wants to turn over here to get me in his left eye. I'm just going to keep him. I'm going to keep myself in his right eye right now, just so he can keep seeing that. And there he's trying to switch, but I don't want him to switch. Five, four, three, two, one, deep. Okay, so it's just kind of parallel with his head, but I want to give him a spot that he can say yes to and win. I want him to always be winning. He doesn't want the hay. Are you sure you don't want hay? Huh? Nope. Okay, no problem. So I'm going to give him a break now. He's had about a 10-minute break here. Now I'm going to try to get on his right side again. Get some more hay, see if that helps. Hi, you. Hi. My husband found a little bit of a sharp spot on the hay feeder, so he's getting it fixed up with some duct tape, which is very interesting to sign. There he's eating from my hand again. So just to help this, to keep the question really small, remember eating from my hand was like the first.
Put a chair in here, young lady.
Okay. Try to keep on his. There, good boy. So he had like a 10-minute break, and my goal is just to be able to get to his right side right now. I always make sure they have a way out. And some more hay. Okay, I'll be right up.
You're not putting them together.
I won't. Okay. So right now I'm just breaking down the question as small as I can to help him be comfortable with me on the right side. Right now he still has me in both of his eyes. I don't want to be in a corner there. Deep. So what I'm going to try to reward here is just if he's looking straight ahead. That's meaning I'm pretty much just in his right eye. Deep. He doesn't want hay anymore. Deep. Want some hay? You want it if I make it less? You can just grab a mouthful. Not really, huh? Okay. I think this guy's is a really good spot to stop. He's standing calmly. His head is high, but he's facing straight forward, and that's improvement of him letting me stand here. So I think I should get out of here. Are you coming towards me? You just want to get me in your left eye again. That's really good. Deep. You don't want the hay though, huh? So we're probably going to come down and work with them some more, but we're going to go up and eat. We've been fasting and now it's noon and we haven't ate. You're such a good job. The good boy. Here you go. Nice work, Stein. Good boy. Yeah, that's a good boy. A little bit intimidating for me to be over here, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to get out of here while he's letting me stand there. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and we'll come back down and work with Stein here in a little bit. And then Doc with Stein, and he's a little worked up right now, and I don't know why. Hi, you. I should make sure my microphone is on. It is. He's Stein. Kind of a high head. Going, hey. Okay, so we're working on getting to his right side, which he's not been comfortable with. So I'm just inch by inch, I'm just working my way back towards his right side, checking out where his bubble is. Hey, Stein, I'm getting closer to your side and you're still there. That's good. Oh, hi. You got to remember they were wild, so they need the time that they need. Even if they weren't wild, they still need the time that they need. I'm going to pet you. Deet. Here, have some hay. You're just not a fan. So there's more movement down here than normal. My husband is down here. My son is down here. And that could be enough just to make him a little bit more nervous than normal. And that's okay. You're going to have to work through all of that stuff, aren't you? I'm going to pet you. Deet. You still don't want hay, huh? Okay. Oh, oh, you're a cutie. You're a cutie. Yes, you are. Whoosh. Try to change directions. Get back in his right eye. Change directions. Hi. You're so nervous. So I think what I'm going to do, because he is a little bit more worked up, I'm just going to try to get back over to his right side again. Just keep everything really low key. And then I'll go grab a different animal to start working with. Because I have 11 here right now, guys. And so right now there's lots to work with. Good boy. So here he's letting me stand next to him. I'm just in his right eye right now. Big old breath. So I think right now I'm just gonna let him be and give him another break, and then I'll come back later on to see what else we can do. But I'm gonna keep giving him lots of time. He doesn't need to do it all at once. He's gonna take the time that it needs. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. And please hit that like and subscribe button. Some serious training.
Good boy. Pete.
All right, guys, you can't take life too seriously when you're working with the donkey. So now Dan is working on teaching Doc there how to fetch.
Ready? Fetch.
So if he puts it in his mouth, he says deet, and then he gets oats.
There you go. Good boy. Deet, deet,
It's a dog. It's a rubber dog toy.
Ready? Fetch. Got it? Oh, he almost had it. He's getting there. Come a long ways in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's fun. That's cool. I don't know. Go play with those Mustangs so you guys aren't afraid of each other. Go play with them.
Well, that was uneventful.
We might have to back away. So the reason I'm doing this is when we were riding Bahala in here, who's more nervous than Doc's running into me. They were a little bit nervous of each other, and has been under saddle, but she really hasn't been under saddle for a while, and I'm gonna re-get her started here. And I want to make sure these guys aren't nervous of each other. Let them kind of work it out.
Frank wants her to know this is his pen.
Yeah, Frank's a little bit dominant. And so is so. I think he got out when Carrie came out.
Good boy. You see that?
I did. It's totally awesome.
MaryJo?
Mm-hmm.
Fetch. Good boy.
I love it. Dude's a little jealous.
I'm not teaching Dude to fetch because he's gonna be a jack.
All right, Dan's still working on fetch with Doc.
Come on. Oh, you dropped it. Nice try. Nice try.
He took a couple steps that time. That's so cool.
He's a good boy. All right, we're done with that for a while. Hey, good job, Doc. You're smart. You figured that out.
That is so sweet. All right, guys, we're back with Doc to do his training. I'm pretty excited to start getting these mats out, but it might hurt a little. I might have to just cut them. But he's done the fetching stuff with Dan, and Dan just did around the world. Do you want to do around the world all the way so they can see what around the world is?
Okay, we haven't done this side yet. This is first time around the world.
So first time on this side. Now he's got to follow the lead rope. So he's turning his head, pressure and release, pressure and release.
Come on, buddy.
He's got to follow it all the way
Look at you.
around.
Good job, young man.
Nice.
That was his first time on that side.
First time on that side. So that's awesome.
Could name him Doogie.
Doogie, because he's so smart.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to start brushing down, and Dan's going to oat him. I'm going to face the same direction. We have protesting going on. I'm going to face the same direction as him, so that if he were to choose to kick me, he would get the back of my knees and not break my kneecap. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. He started to shift his weight. That's a sign that he's getting uncomfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. Now you guys know I've already done this with the long brush. The long brush is to keep myself with some extra distance so that I don't get kicked while we learn each other. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. He shifted his weight towards me. Now we could try with my hand, foot. Why are you leaning into me?
The wrong foot.
That's the wrong foot.
He's trying.
Foot. And he could be uncomfortable with me bent over like this.
Yeah, I'm going to encourage
Deet.
him. There you go. He's a quick study.
He is a quick study.
All donkeys are this smart. They take over the world.
All right, so for brushing them here, remember a donkey can kick you all the way up here. They can kick all over, so we want to be careful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. So I'm staying up high while I get a feel for how he feels about me being back there. And he's pretty chill, so I don't expect much, but we don't want to let our guard down. Are you ready? He's pretty focused on the oats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. I'm stepping away to relieve the pressure, even though I don't think he cares about that. He's pretty chill with everything. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. That's a very good sign, guys. Now, I don't know that he'll come forward with his back foot, and even though he's so chill, should we try it?
I think he'll be fine.
Foot. He's going to have to take a step forward or pick it up, but he doesn't understand it all the way yet. Oh, I missed it.
Step forward?
Yep. Deet. He just barely touched it.
You left on his toe when you first let go.
So we can go to the other side now. I've brushed both. Oh. Well, the camera can't see because your back is in the way.
Fetch. Ah, it's not the same as a chew toy.
Not the same. Plus, we don't want him to chew up his ropes either. Careful what you teach your donkeys.
Be careful what you teach them.
Will you turn them that way for the camera? All right. So again, facing the same direction as him. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet.
He's a little nervous.
And I'm on his left side. It's important to observe, compare, and adjust, right? Be aware. Are you ready? Maybe Dan will teach him to retrieve his hat later on. Are you ready? Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. He started to shift his weight, so
yeah, he's still not 100% there.
So when he started to shift his weight, that's my cue that he's a little bit nervous, and I'm not going to progress down his leg. I did progress down on the deep, but that was just one brush stroke rather than all 6. Are you ready? Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet.
He turns his head right when you say deet. I wonder if he's thinking he got cookies on there.
He knows the word deet. Like, he looks right away when I say deet.
When you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't say deet unless he does not look at you.
Okay. So is he responding to the word D-E-E-T? Are you ready? You ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So he's responding to the word.
Yeah.
You,
one more time, we'll be absolutely certain.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Dan's giving grain at the wrong time.
No, I was.
You're breaking the rules, Dan.
I was giving Grant the right time. You're brushing at the wrong time.
Did you guys hear that? He says I was brushing at the wrong time. All right. So the grain comes when the word deet comes, Dan. That's the rule.
We can't say deet. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So.
No, that was only as a test. So now we'll do it again, and I'll say the D-E-E-T word.
Okay.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet.
He gave you a look.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. All right. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. So it could be when you're starting on this that you can only brush right here, because as soon as you get here, they start to lean away and get nervous. So you just have to read their body language. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. Okay, and then, target training. Foot. He's going to have to take 2 steps to get this because his right foot is back farther. Deet. So he still doesn't understand the foot one, but he will. I'm going to re-aim this. All right. You are silly, Dan. Ready? Foot. Now he could just pick this one straight. Deet. Good job. So Dan helped him.
I leaned back a little bit.
And that's okay. I have had success helping them, guys, to help them understand what we're asking, and then later on they can do it on their own. Foot. And when he understands, he wouldn't take a step forward. He would just pick it up.
Hey,
wrong foot. Wrong foot. Deet. So he touched it on accident. That's okay. Foot. Deet. Now he picked that foot up kind of fast. I would say he's a little bit nervous about me back there. And normally I wouldn't be doing it without the long brush right now. I would get them comfortable. So I'll probably just go back to that. Yeah. Keep everybody safe. All right. Neck. Deet. Good boy. Butt. You're blocking the camera. Butt. I think this little dude can you see the camera? Is little dude blocking the camera now too? But
Yeah.
little dude, you're not helpful. Deep. He did it only because he was looking for grain. You're gonna have to shoo little dude away.
Hey, get one. Get out of here.
Remember, your little dude is
I know,
blind.
I
That's
know.
okay.
I'm just pushing on this side because he can't see me wiggling my hand.
But he can hear your feet.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this butt again. But he did it. I'm gonna shoo little dude away.
Good luck. I'm sure he'll stay gone for the whole session.
Go, go. There. All right, let's try this side. But deep. That was him.
Yeah.
Hi, you. You're staying out of my
space.
space.
Out of here really good.
I did. He's behind me. The camera can still see, but
Oh, so close, buddy.
deep. Whoosh, whoosh. Whoosh, whoosh. We want them to know and read our body language. So I'll keep shooing them as often as I need to. Whoosh, whoosh. There we go. All right. Neck. Deep. You starting to get this butt? Butt. Deep. He shifted enough. My fingers touched his fur just barely.
I agree.
Just barely. But I will shoo you again. Deep. Oh, and then clearing the front with him, right? Hi. Is he treating your ears like a rope holder? You poor thing, you. Always getting picked on, aren't you? All right, so he was catching on to this really well yesterday. So right now, his left foot is a tad forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand with my shoulder by his head. He's anticipating. Now the wrong foot is forward. There we go. Let go of that rope. He needs to stand. Okay, now I'm going to put my arm straight out in front of me and I'm going to walk forward. There he did. So I was waiting for the foot next to me to step back and away from him. So we'll do it again. Stay out of my space. I can go into his space, but he can't come into mine. Okay, he's really even now, so it doesn't matter. So again, I'm going to have my shoulder by his head. I'm going to put my arm straight out in front of me. And then I'm going to bring my flag up to help him understand. There, he did it. It was a very baby step. But that's where we have to start. He says I'm not as fun because I'm not giving him oats.
I'm more funner.
Dan's more funner. Funner. All right. Let's do this again. Arm straight out in front of me. I want his right foot to step out and back. Bring up the flag by his neck. He's not doing it. There, he did it. Oh, this is a hard lesson, he says. No. Okay, arm straight out in front of me. Now I'm going to walk forward and I'm going to use my flag. There you go. Good job. What we're teaching him here is to follow the loose lead rope. We want him to just follow it no matter where we go. Watch his front left. He did an extra step And that's just from having poor balance or not enough muscle memory or muscle strength yet. So we'll keep working on his muscle. He's pretty even. So we're going to go this way again. I have my arm straight out in front of me. He says, I don't know what that means. There we go. He still did the extra step, but the extra step will go away once he has muscle and balance. Straight out in front of me. There, that was a perfect one. Good job. Now I haven't asked him for any circles yet. We're doing that with a little dude. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, get him to clear the front. There we go. Walk. Walk. He's never done this before. Walk. There we go. We got to support them with our rope hand. We got to keep their head tilted towards us. Again, he's not done this before. There we go. So we're just trying to get a nice little circle here. Support his head so he knows which direction you want him to go. Walk, 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 walk. I just had a bug go into my ear. I could hear it buzzing in my ear. Okay, we're going to start over. There we go. Good job. Walk. Walk. Good boy. Okay, so if I can get him, he's going to want to turn here. There. Just supporting his head. Okay, now if I stop, we want him to stop. But he doesn't know that yet. Good job. Good boy. He says that was a hard lesson. So we'll just do baby steps for this lesson. Remember, he's just a year old. So he doesn't know yet. He's learning. Now we're always going to ask. We're going to ask for them to do something. Ask for them like to walk forward. But we don't want to nag them. We don't want to be like, come on, little poofy, walk forward. Come on, but we don't want to be like that. We want to ask, and then we want to just get in there and get out. Because we don't want them just to start ignoring us. That's going to help us have a donkey who's willing to move out well and who's reading our body language. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this series. If you guys could hit that like and subscribe button, I sure appreciate it. Send me your comments of what you're working on with your donkeys. And you guys have an awesome day.